So I decided, why not play some more? I wish I could just give the
Cut
blood
it
packs
out.
to that guy. Then I wouldn't have to go all the way in here. Run, run, run. I wish you could run faster. Do 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 do. Wonder where Vance is. Vance, there you are.
Always a pleasure to receive you in.
Yes, yes. Blood packs.
Again, many thanks. Here is your compensation.
Well, well,
Do
look who's
do
back.
do 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 do. 240 bottle caps and no experience.
So what do you...
Let's see what you have.
Sure.
And I don't think you're gonna have anything really too terrible worthwhile either. How unfortunate. Nope, doesn't really look like it. Alright, whatever. Bye.
What are you staring?
Alright, let's go. Now we're going back to the Citadel. Yeah, now that we can wear power armor, I kind of wanted to wear power armor, but it's just not really worth it. Like I said, the best power armor still gets damaged by the player, so it's really only worth putting power armor on your companion if you ever get one.
Needed a place to get out of the sun for a while. I understand.
So we got the power armor training for nothing. Yay. At least now we have the option to wear the power armor, even if we don't. And I mean, it's always good to have that. And we might actually wear it at some point. I mean, once I get our character here maxed out at level 30, I'm probably gonna start wearing random outfits anyway. Even just like regular clothing and stuff, so we might wear power armor just for the fun of it at some point. But right now our ranger armor is just as good, so... And I realize that weight isn't so much of an issue when we have the 1500 to go with, but I'm just also trying to keep in mind you guys playing legitimately without the max carry weight cheat that I've been using, so... going to the Citadel. How handy that we had a quest marker right there. Oh, and we're out here. Hooray. Alright, so our main goal here right now, our first goal, is to see if we can find Scribe Jameson or whatever, the lady that takes the holo tags. Because we've got a lot of those to be getting rid of. And after that we'll continue to explore the Citadel. There's quite a bit to see. It's not a huge place, but it's not a small structure by any means either. I mean, and I'm talking about, of course, the places you can actually go in. There's a bunch of this Citadel area that you can't actually go in, but There's a few items, few containers and stuff out here in the exterior kind of place. That's what I'm looking around for. That's cool. It's not like it's really important to get the containers either at this point, but I like loot. So the main reason that I continued on with the main quests up to this point is that now the Enclave will be out and about. We'll find them in different spots randomly out in the wasteland now, and we'll have to fight them every time. So it provides me and you with some more challenge and some more combat opportunities when we're out roaming around. We're not just shooting mole rats and rad scorpions out in the wastes anymore. We'll be coming across the Enclave now more and more, so that'll be cool. Plus, I kind of needed to get back to the main story in this game. Anyway, it was quite a while since we bothered to do that, so it was about time, I guess. But mainly, yeah, that was because I wanted the Enclave to be out and about now. I could have gotten to this point quite a long time ago, really, but now that we're level 21 and going to get higher as time goes on, it'll be just that much more easier, I guess you could say, to handle the stupid Enclave encounters, because some of the Enclave have death claws that they've mind controlled or whatever. Excuse me. And those can be annoying, especially in lower levels. Like the first time I think I played this game, or maybe the second time, I just stuck with the main story for quite a while. So I ended up getting to this point where the Enclave would be out and about fairly early in the game. I was probably level, I don't know, 10, 12, somewhere in there. And which was fine, of course, you know, but the Enclave encounters, the ones at least with the death claws, yeah, I got kind of owned a couple times, and I've always kind of made a note just to wait a while. Wait a while on that before having them out and about.
Precisely what I'd like to speak with you about. What's this I hear about power consumption actually increasing? We both know that's not an option.
We've been over this. A slight modification to one system and all the subroutines go haywire. Don't worry, I'm on it.
I come to you for results, not excuses, Rothschild. That robot could mean the difference between victory or defeat against the Enclave.
All right, all right. I'll see what I can do.
Alright, so the robot they were talking about was that. That right there is Liberty Prime. We'll get to see that big bad boy in action later.
Showing red on startup. We'll have to spend
Well,
the rest
what's
of
your
the day
tactical
scrubbing
appraisal
the
of our
system
situation?
before we can try again. You honor us with your presence here. Hail!
No telling how far they might spread.
All right. Thanks for the information.
You honor us with your presence here.
Alright, I'm going to explore around before I get to that guy. This is part of the main quest. Rothschild is the main quest person we got to talk to next, but aha! Free plasma rifle for the win. I'm going to explore around first. What's in here? Scrap metal! What's this? Oh, this is just info on guns. If you're interested, pause and read. Okay, so if you haven't guessed by now, we're in the weapons research area. Talk to this guy. I think we already talked to him.
What do you want, outsider?
He was outside earlier, looks like. Yeah, we don't need to...
Until...
We don't need to talk to him again. What's this? These are some notes. Feel free to read these. Pause and read, of course, as always. Ah, the funeral for Redden was cancelled. That sucks. Oh, and this is the store that we can buy and sell stuff at. I think we'll have to have permission to do this, though.
Quartermaster Durga here, stranger. I have to say, I'm not sure what you're doing in my armory. We run a tight ship, and unless Elder Lion says so, we don't trade with outsiders. Quartermaster out.
Great, I have to go get permission for that. How wonderful. I don't suppose Elder Lions is around. Hello.
Boy, this place is something else, isn't it? Really amazing stuff here.
Have to go.
Yeah?
Have to go.
And I have work to do.
Listen, thanks for getting us through that. I'm not stupid. I know we wouldn't have made it without you.
Darn
I'm
straight.
sorry about your dad, and I'm sorry I've acted like an ass.
Yeah, you better be. Hey, we're cool.
Great. If there's anything I can do for you, let me know.
Gotta go.
Yeah, sure. Whatever.
You're not so bad, dude, when you're not being a jerk. Anyways. There's a skill book.
Well, what's your tactical appraisal of our situation?
It appears the Enclave troops have moved beyond the Purifier into the surrounding wasteland region. No
Sugar
telling how
bombs.
far they might spread.
I see.
One thing I like about the Citadel is that these characters all interact with each other. If they get in proximity, they'll have a little discussions with each other, and that's pretty cool.
I need to collect my wits and figure out what to do next. Excuse me.
You ever seen a super mutant's head explode? Hell of a mess.
That it is. Nothing.
The Enclave seems to have developed advanced plasma-based weaponry. I need to analyze our power armor.
Ooh, a totally ineffective and inefficient map. Hooray! Our Pip-Boy map's better than that.
All this time spent acquiring technology, and we look like cavemen next to the Enclave. That is not acceptable.
Long live Elder Lions.
Well, what's your tactical appraisal of our situation?
Let's see, what's through here? More stuff to loot, of course. If there's anything worthwhile, and I don't think there is at this point, really. I'm tempted to just loot everything, but I'll only loot the worthwhile stuff. Because I'm sure you guys get tired of the wonderful inventory management that we just went through earlier, so I'll try and keep that to something of a minimum. Minimum.
What's the situation?
Enclave strength is at 100%. They're getting reinforcements from somewhere, but we still haven't determined the location.
You guys don't keep anything worthwhile in here. That's so lame. Nuka-Cola in a suitcase. How wonderful. Nothing. Do 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 do. All these containers and they're all empty. What's up with that, yo? So much random stuff. I could loot it, but I'm not going to. I'll save that for Armageddon X. He loves to loot in this game. That's what he spends most of his time doing. He doesn't even really go through quests. He just randomly explores and loots places. Which is fine. There's no real wrong way to play this game, of course. Especially when this game allows for such freedom to explore and do whatever you want, really. Sugar bombs!
Determine the location of their headquarters.
I thought as much.
What's
The
this?
Brotherhood is at your service.
Terminal. Seen all these.
All this time spent acquiring technology, and we look like cavemen next to the Enclave. That is not acceptable.
Feel free to pause and read these as well. This is all about Liberty Prime and what it was originally meant for, which was the back in the war when all the bombs and stuff fell. Prior to all that, they were going to use Liberty Prime, and they couldn't get it to working, so they didn't use it. And actually, it's a nice tie-in if you read these and then play out Operation Anchorage. It's a nice tie-in to that because in Operation Anchorage, you basically end up in a simulator simulating an attack on China or whatever that the Liberty Prime was supposed to be used against, but never got around to being used for that, so it's kind of a cool tie-in there. Man, there's so many of these articles. So much to read. Who likes reading anyway? I mean, seriously.
Voice module online. Audio functionality test initialized. Designation: Liberty Prime. Mission: the liberation of Anchorage, Alaska. Primary targets: any and all Red Chinese invaders. Emergency Communist Acquisition Directive. Immediate self-destruct. Better dead than red.
That's cool. Insufficient power. Alright, so, I think we've explored around here. Might as well talk to this guy and get it done.
The brother...
May I start by saying that I am sorry for your loss. I was acquainted with your father many years ago. The world has lost one of its few remaining visionaries.
How did you know my father?
I have been a part of the Brotherhood for many years, enough that I was here when Project Purity first began. I did not work directly with your father. He and his team valued their independence, and I respected that.
Thanks for your sympathy.
Think nothing of it. Now, Dr. Lee has explained your predicament. You need to locate some Vault-Tec equipment?
My father was looking for something called a GEC. Do you have one?
A GEC? Goodness no, certainly not. I must say that there are some who doubt such a device really exists, let alone works. If, however, you share your father's determination, I may be able to assist you in locating one.
So you know how to find one?
Possibly. I'm afraid I won't be able to assist you directly. The news Dr. Lee has brought will require me to be elsewhere. I can, however, give you access to an old pre-war computer from Vault-Tec. It may have the information you need.
You'll find the terminal in the archives in the A-Ring.
Thanks for the help.
You are welcome. If you require further assistance, I may be able to help.
Brotherhood is at your service.
Can I talk to you anything else?
I'm afraid I have other duties to attend to right now. If you find the computer to be helpful, there may be more I can offer.
I'd like to know more about the Brotherhood of Steel.
I'm afraid you're asking the wrong person.
Why are you the wrong person to ask?
Predominantly because the Elder won't like some of what I have to say. But fine, I'll discuss it. What do you want to know?
Why are you here in the Capital Wasteland?
Well, that depends on who you ask. Lyons will tell you it's because we're protecting the poor, innocent people of the Capital Wasteland. Most others here will tell you the same thing. They'll do anything for that man.
Well, I'm asking you, why are you here?
I'm here for two reasons. One, Lyons needs me. He always has, just as much as I need him. We've been through a lot together, he and I. Two, take a look around you. Access to this kind of technology and the benefits it could provide to the Brotherhood is immeasurable.
I'd like to know more about the Brotherhood. Come on.
What do you want to know?
How long have you been here?
We arrived here in 55, established ourselves in the Citadel within the first few months. The Elder has kept us busy since then.
Care to share anything about the Super Muties?
Not really. No.
Are you in charge of the, robot?
I am, and have been since we first found him, well over 20 years ago. Liberty Prime is the designation we found on file for him. Magnificent, don't you think? At least he will be once all systems are operational. It's the energy consumption. Something that big with such advanced weapon systems. We just don't have the means to power him. Not yet.
Who built Liberty Prime, or better yet, why?
He was developed as a super weapon back in the days before the war. The first joint operation between RobCo and General Atomics International. Apparently, he was meant to help liberate Alaska from the Chinese, but was never completed. They were forced to go in without him. They won, but suffered heavy losses. If we can get him up and running, well, I think you get the idea.
Gotta go?
Don't hurry back. I'm afraid I...
Yes, yes. Nothing.
Don't...
Alright, so... We've done talk to them. I think we can go up now. Looks like it. Up the stairs! If I can figure out where that is. There it is.
Welcome.
mutants, Enclave. They all bleed the same. No worries.
Anything in here? Nope. Power armor.
Oh, yes, hello, I've heard about you. We don't get many strangers here in the Citadel, especially those who walk about unescorted. I am Scribe Bowditch. If you require something, simply ask.
What do you scribes do?
Why, a great many things. There are 3 orders within the scribes, you see, each dedicated to a different field of study.
Could you name the orders?
Of course. There's the Order of the Sword, Order of the Shield, and Order of the Quill. The Order of the Sword develops and maintains the Brotherhood's weapons. The Order of the Shield does the same for our power armor and defenses. The Order of the Quill is responsible for recovering and preserving knowledge, ancient and otherwise.
Which order do you serve, Squire Bowditch?
I am Proctor of the Order of the Shield. I oversee the others in my order and make sure our defenses are up to snuff. Do you know how long it took to fortify these ruins? From the husk of the Pentagon, I carved a grand citadel. No easy task, my friend. Ah, but that was yesterday, when all we had to worry about was those damn super mutants. The Enclave. Now, that's a different problem altogether.
That's all I needed.
Very well.
So, any thoughts on the Enclave?
They're sporting some pretty impressive power armor, I'll give them that. The Advanced Mark II. But that's all right. With a few modifications, our own armor will more than handle anything they throw at it.
Care to share anything about super mutants?
They're relentless, like nothing I've ever seen before. I honestly think they see our brothers in power armor as some kind of canned meal. Some of the pieces we've had brought back, men and women ripped in half, some pulled through their armor. Just horrible.
Can you tell me more about the Brotherhood?
Oh, yes, I can. In fact, I suspect I could write several texts on the various details of the Brotherhood. But I suspect you're in a hurry, so what particulars would you like to know?
What are the central beliefs of the Brotherhood?
I'm afraid the answer to that is a lot more nuanced than others might suggest. Brotherhood members are sworn to acquire and protect technology of the past, but not everyone interprets these oaths in the same way. Elder Lyons sees these duties as part of a larger dedication to protect the innocent. Some, like the outcasts, disagree with these priorities.
Tell me more about the outcasts.
It's a rather sad story, I'm afraid. Last year, some of our soldiers had grave disagreements with the decisions of Elder Lyons. Disagreements spiraled out of control, and there was a schism in the ranks. The loyal soldiers practically threw out the dissenters. Now they call themselves the outcasts.
What sort of disagreements did they have?
Where Elder Lyons has fought to protect the people of the Capital Wasteland, the outcasts demanded we move on and leave them to their fates. They insisted there was more important technology to be recovered in a scientific base in the ruins of Fort Independence to the west. As callous as their decision may be, it's more in line with our original mission. Elder Lyons is an inspiration to us, but to them, he's a traitor.
Who are the exiles?
The soldiers rallied behind Paladin Kasdan, who was one of Elder Lyons' original squad. They served together for over 20 years. Kasdan was well respected and every bit as loyal to the Brotherhood as Elder Lyons. He just disagreed with the interpretations of our oaths. But when disagreements turned into fistfights, he left with the outcasts. We lost more allies that day than we ever have to any battle.
Sounds like quite a loss. Is there any way to reconcile them?
Lyons and Kasdan would have to agree to any sort of reconciliation, and that's pretty unlikely. They're both quite proud and stubborn. Me, I just wish there was a way we could all agree that at least we're still on the same side. There are bigger problems out there after all.
What are you doing about them?
As much as some of our soldiers would like to see them shot for deserting, there's not much we can do. We're too busy with the super mutants. Meanwhile, they're busy seeking out new technology and trying to get back in contact with the Brotherhood out west. So our paths rarely cross, but it's never pretty when they do. I just hope things cool down before it gets worse. It is a wrap.
What have been the highlights of your time with the Brotherhood?
I like to think that I've still got some big achievements left in me, although some of my joints seem to disagree these days. I'll tell you what the lowlights of my time have been, though. Every time I've been shot at. I'm a scribe, not a soldier.
What's the biggest challenge the Brotherhood has ever faced?
It seems like whichever challenge we're facing is always the biggest one. Survival at first, then expansion, and now cohesion. We've seen plenty of wasteland freaks or would-be dictators. They're not too bad. At least we've faced that sort of thing before. But more recent events, like the schism with the outcasts, those are the problems that worry me.
That's enough.
Okay.
That's it.
Farewell.
Oh, radio. Do 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 do.
You honor us with your presence here.
I do?
Super mutants, Enclave. They all bleed the same. No worries.
Yeah. A-ring. Yay. Do 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 do. Ooh, look, a teddy bear. Mine. Mine.
Hail. Welcome to the Citadel, friend of steel.
Go away. You're gonna get me chewed out.
That's fun. I want to get you chewed out. That's why I'm here, to get people in trouble.
Hail.
Need something, friend?
Hey, it's Vargas.
What aid can I offer you, outsider?
Found a Brotherhood holotag.
Talk to Scribe Jameson. She is our keeper of the...
That's good. Where can I find her?
She spends most of her time in the archive.
Gotta go. Artemis!
What aid can I offer you, outsider?
You must see a lot of things. What's been going on?
What's been going on? Well, let's see. For years we've been draining our resources defending the ungrateful residents of this no-man's land. Most of my best friends have either been ripped apart by super mutants or left to join the outcasts. And now an enemy we faced more than 30 years ago has resurfaced, and their tech is still better than ours. What's been going on with you?
Outcasts, who are they?
I really don't want to go into it. Go bug Scribe Bowditch.